Advice from an ADHD business owner part 2. What I'm about to tell you took me years to learn, and it cost me a lot of unnecessary pain, stalled growth, and self-doubt. So here it is. Don't take advice from people that don't understand your brain type. Here's the mistake that I made. I listened to well-meaning people who gave me standard business advice. You know, the type of advice that we see online that seems simple and obvious on paper. But when I really struggled to consistently complete these tasks, they would just assume that I was being lazy. For example, I remember taking advice from a mentor at the time who told me to send out 50 DMs a day, which is relatively straightforward and simple, right? But for me, it felt literally impossible to stick with. And every time I fell off, I felt weaker and more frustrated as a result. They couldn't understand why I just couldn't do it. And at the time, I didn't really understand either. I wanted to do it and I knew why I needed to do it, but it just felt so physically hard for me to engage with it. And this disconnect made me question myself constantly. Eventually, I realized it wasn't about discipline or laziness. It was about my unique wiring. My brain just processes, motivates, and executes differently to most people's. And the reality is, if someone hasn't got this brain type, then they will never truly understand what it's like. So the breakthrough for me and my business was when I stopped trying to fit into other people's boxes, and instead I asked myself this: what am I actually trying to achieve here? And once I had that answer, I could then reverse engineer what was needed in order for me to achieve that result and find a way to do it that was far more suitable for my brain type, rather than the conventional way that I've been told to do it. So if you're like me, here's my advice. Be careful whose advice you take. Ironic, I know, but if they don't understand your brain type, then their strategy or way of doing things might just leave you feeling full of self-doubt, when there often is another way. And if you enjoyed this and you want part 3, let me know in the comments.